SUVs are flying off the shelves, especially the compact ones. But now, there's a new contender entering the ring, the Dacia Bigster. With aggressive pricing, it's here to shake things up. Let's find out if it delivers. Also, 5 exciting facts about the brand new Audi Q3. VW Tiguan, Nissan Qashqai, Peugeot 3008, Cupra Formentor, BMW X1, Hyundai Tucson, Kia Sportage, Audi Q3, Mercedes GLA, or Volvo XC40. There are countless SUVs on the market today, no surprise, since the segment is hugely popular. With 54% of new car registrations, 2024 marks a new record high in Europe. Compact SUVs lead the pack, making up 23% of the market. But this one's out to stir things up.
When you think of affordable new cars, what brand comes to mind first? BMW? Audi? Maybe VW? Probably not. Most people would say Dacia. The Romanian brand has stood for low prices for decades. In the past, quality and features weren't exactly a priority, but those days are long gone. These days, Dacia is edging more and more toward a lifestyle brand, but still keeping prices attractive. So what about their latest flagship? With the Bigster, they're entering the compact SUV segment, promising the best bang for your buck. Around 10,000 euros cheaper than its rivals. That's quite the statement. But is it really good or just cheap and cheerful? That's exactly what we're testing today.
What can it bring to the table to stand out from the crowd?
What I really like is that it gets going pretty well.
We're putting this SUV under the microscope, driving dynamics, features, materials, and space. We're testing it in Provence, in the south of France.
First impression? Honestly, I kind of like it, at least visually. But of course, you can tell that things are kept pretty simple in here. Lots of plastic. That's practical for cleaning, sure. But you also get soft touch materials in spots like the door or the center console. I like the way they use these different shades of gray and the overall shapes. Looks stylish to me. Most of the controls are through this central screen. It's not super fancy, visually. Rather simple. But you get a few apps and basic settings, so the essentials are there. And down here you've got a few physical switches for climate and airflow. Those aren't bad either. So overall, it doesn't feel cheap.
At launch, the Bigster comes with 4 engine options. The base model is a 1.2-litre 3-cylinder mild hybrid with 140 horsepower, front-wheel drive, and a 6-speed manual, also available as LPG. There's also a 130 horsepower version with all-wheel drive. Starting price, just under €24,000. The AWD version costs about €4,000 more. We're driving the top-of-the-line version, the full hybrid with 155 horsepower. It's the first Renault Group model with this powertrain, a 1.8-litre, four-cylinder petrol engine with 107 horsepower combined with a 49 horsepower electric motor and starter generator. Price, just under €29,000.
What I really like is that it accelerates pretty well. The 155 horsepower don't have to hide. It gets off the line nicely. Okay, it's also not that heavy, just under 1,500 kilos. So acceleration's actually decent. The engine is a bit loud though. It kind of rumbles. Even though they worked on soundproofing, but it drones and makes itself known quite a bit. The suspension is soft, and you do feel the body roll, not just in corners. I would have liked it to be a bit firmer. But hey, that's personal taste. I just prefer it a bit stiffer. Steering is light, but pretty direct. Obviously, it's no sporty SUV. But still, I would have liked it a bit firmer. And also some drive modes to adjust things, though that would bump up the price again. This hybrid version has a small battery, just 1.4 kilowatt hours. Still, the manufacturer claims you can do 80% of your city driving on electric power. For example, you've got a B mode, a brake mode, where regenerative braking kicks in a bit more. That feeds energy back into the battery, and I like it, honestly. It's not too aggressive, not like full one-pedal driving that hits the brakes too hard, but it does slow you down a bit more, so you don't have to use the brake as much. I think it's quite good.
Visually, the Bigster doesn't scream budget. Even though the design is meant to focus on the essentials, it looks appealing, modern and sleeker than some rivals. Up front is the Dacia Link logo. The D and C combo symbolizes the brand's strong customer connection. Matte accents give it a rugged look. The indigo blue paint is brand new and exclusive to the Bigster. The roof can be ordered in black, and the Y-shaped lighting signature at the front and rear adds a striking touch. That Y shape carries through to the interior, showing up on the air vents. The cabin is functional but stylish. In front of the driver is a 10-inch digital info display, 7 inches in the base model. The 10-inch center touchscreen is standard in all trims. There are 4 equipment lines. The top 2 are geared toward long-distance comfort or outdoor fun. The Journey trim includes, for example, electric comfort seats and a power tailgate. Also, wireless charging, and navigation. The Extreme variant adds a panoramic glass roof, easy clean seat covers, and an adjustable roof rack.
The Bigster also has some clever features, like U-clip points. You can attach accessories like a phone mount, coat hook, or a small lamp. The Bigster comes standard with 5 of these clips, like here, then here, also here, here, and here. The rear seats fold in a 40-20-40 split. The middle section folds down into a practical armrest with cup holders and a spot for your phone. I still remember a production where we compared a Dacia Logan with a VW Golf. And Dacia actually sent us the Logan in the absolute base version. It didn't even have central locking or a radio, just a placeholder. And after a few days of driving the Dacia, the Golf suddenly felt like a real luxury car. Of course, the price was unbeatable. At just under 8,000 euros back then, it was more than 10,000 euros cheaper than the Golf. Those days are long gone. It was 10 years ago. And when you get into a Dacia nowadays, everything actually feels really good. Even if the base versions often still only have the bare essentials, it's enough. And it allows many people who really need to watch their budget to still get a safe new car and be mobile, especially here with the Bigster. The basic equipment isn't all that minimal, and it definitely doesn't come across as real cheap.
Even though some Dacia models still skip a central infotainment screen in base trim, the Bigster includes it. So do rear parking sensors with camera, AC, and several assistants like lane keeping and traffic sign recognition.
The goal was to offer as much comfort as possible in this car for the demanding compact SUV customers, but compromises had to be made. In our trim, you get electric seat adjustment, but only for height and backrest. Forward and back, manual. Apparently, most customers care more about electric height and recline. And forward and back is okay to do manually. Fair enough. But that's where you notice the cuts. No driving modes in this hybrid version either, only available on all-wheel drive models. But hey, the low price has to come from somewhere. What do most people want in an SUV? Space. And Dacia claims the Bigster is among the roomiest in its class, especially for head and legroom. Let's take a look. Wow! Check this out! That's a crazy amount of space. Okay, I'm 5'7" tall, and the front seat's adjusted for me. But wow! Look at the legroom. Incredible! And even for headroom, really solid. But what about someone taller? Our cameraman is 6 feet. Let's see how it looks for him. And I'll play camera woman now. So Volker, what do you think?
I'm 6 feet and I've got loads of room. Even up top, plenty. Looks really good. And the seat's adjusted to my height.
And what about the trunk? It's also supposed to be among the leaders. The base petrol version offers around 670 liters. The hybrid has slightly less, about 550 liters. The back seat folds flat via a lever. Really easy to do, but that's only available from higher trims. That gives you 1,851 liters, or 90 more in the petrol version. You get a flat load area up to 2.7 meters long. But what really matters is, how does that compare to the competition? Let's take a look.
The Bigster is a CSUV, a compact SUV. Not always clearly defined, but this category includes cars from roughly 4.3 to 4.7 meters in length. The smaller sibling, the Duster, is also in this group. But at 4.34 meters, it's at the shorter end and priced lower. At 4.57 meters, the Bigster is 23 centimeters longer. Let's compare it to similarly sized rivals. One of the most successful is the VW Tiguan. At 4.54 meters, it's just 3 centimeters shorter. Cargo space, 652 to 1,650 liters. That's nearly 300 liters less than the base Bigster with seats down. The entry-level Tiguan has a 1.5-liter mild hybrid with 131 horsepower and front-wheel drive. Price, a bit over 38,000 euros. That's more than 14,000 above the Bigster. And if you think you're getting tons of extra features, not really. 17-inch wheels, AC, a slightly bigger screen, and a rear camera, all of that comes with the Dacia too. Even wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which costs extra on the Tiguan. What about the Koreans? The Kia Sportage is also 4.54 meters long. Max cargo, 587 to 1,776 liters, still 80 to 160 liters less than the Dacia. The cheapest Sportage, with a 1.6-liter four-cylinder and 150 horsepower, starts at just over 35,000 euros. That's over 11,000 more than the Bigster. It does come with dual-zone climate control, navigation, and heated seats front and rear. Is there really nothing cheaper? What about Mazda? The CX-5 is 4.57 meters long, same as the Bigster. Cargo, 522 to 1,638 liters. That's 150 to 300 liters less. Price, over 32,000 euros for the 2-liter, 165 horsepower petrol with front-wheel drive, more than 8,000 extra. And feature-wise, not much more than the base Dacia. Nissan Qashqai and Hyundai Tucson start at over 34,000 and 35,000 euros respectively. Peugeot 3008 and Cupra Formentor around 41,000 euros, and the German premium players, BMW X1, Mercedes GLA, Audi Q3, they even start at around 45,000. We could go on, but let's face it, you won't find a cheaper new SUV this size.
Once again, Dacia lives up to its reputation as the value king. Being that much cheaper than the competition is no small feat. And when it comes to punch, space, and features, the Bigster really impressed us. Are there downsides? Well, maybe the engine options aren't as varied as rivals. But if you want a lot of SUV for a little money, the Bigster's definitely worth a look, and the competition better watch out.
Meet the brand new Audi Q3. Back with its third generation, sharper than ever, smarter than most, and still small enough to parallel park without embarrassing yourself. Dive into 5 facts about the Q3, plus a stunning bonus fact. The new Q3 comes with optional micro LED headlights, each with around 25,000 pixels. That's more resolution than your old TV and possibly your dating profile photo. Size. Now 4.53 meters long, it's a smidge bigger than before. Kind of like your jeans after lockdown. But the payoff? More legroom and more presence. Audi's gone full techie with a curved touchscreen, Android-based infotainment, and a steering column-mounted shifter that frees up the center console. Inner piece meets user interface. Despite its sleek looks, the Q3 can tow up to 2.1 tons. So yes, it's ready for your boat, your camper, or your questionable eBay furniture haul. The new plug-in hybrid version has up to 120 kilometers of electric range, meaning you could do your weekday errands without ever seeing a gas station, plus DC fast charging up to 50 kilowatts. And here's an interesting bonus fact. The Q3 can remember your parking maneuvers and repeat them later. Yes, your car now remembers better than you do. The new Audi Q3, proof that big tech, smart design, and daily practicality can live in one sleek package. It's the compact SUV with a full-size personality.